Hello, class of 2024. This is Private First Class Justin Zella reporting to you from Fort Richardson Air Force Base, Alaska, and I just want to congratulate you on becoming part of the Barron family, my home, where I was not too long ago in your shoes. A whole big new school, a lot of things that you might be going through your head, but don't worry. With the excellent staff that you have provided to you, these 4 years of high school are going to be some of the best years of your life, because I know for sure they were some of the best years from my life. There's going to be plenty of people there to help you out, whether it's your senior class officers or your junior representatives. There will be tons of people there to help you out with what you need. It's okay to be a little nervous. It's a big step into this world, but with the help of everybody at your hands, you will make it through and graduate, and hopefully one day you can join the military just like me, or be off to college doing whatever it is that you love. Now, without any further ado, I would like to welcome a great friend of mine, the best principal anybody could ask for, the one and only Dr. Lotman. Thank you for your time, and good luck with your school year. Barons all the way.
Hello, class of 2024, and welcome to Woodbridge High School. I am your new principal, Dr. Lotman. It's very unfortunate that we cannot do this orientation face-to-face, but we will make the best of this situation. I want to start off by saying I consider every single one of you very lucky to be Barons. We have, without a shadow of a doubt, the best school around, and I can't wait for you to be a part of our school family. Here at Woodbridge High School, we have a motto, be great every day. You will know if you're living up to this motto by asking yourself 4 simple questions. Question 1 is, are you giving your all? Question 2, would your parents or guardians approve of what you are doing? Question 3, and I admit the hardest to answer, is would you approve if you were a parent or guardian of a child doing what you are doing? Question 4, final question. Would our school be a better place if everyone acted like you? If you could answer yes to all 4 of those questions, you are being great every day and you're living up to our motto. Every day at Woodbridge High School is an opportunity to challenge yourself to be the best version of you. I promise these next 4 years are going to go by very quickly, so please make sure you don't take anything or any day for granted. Get involved in as many positive activities as you can and always give your all. If you can do that, then you will fulfill your potential as a true Baron. You're now going to get to meet our 2 fantastic vice principals, Mr. Perry and Ms. Panko, as well as other hardworking, caring administrators from our school. We're also going to have the opportunity to learn about school procedures and the school expectations from our fantastic freshman mentors who are led by our very own history teacher, Ms. Bechtold. As I said before, it is very unfortunate that we cannot do this program face-to-face, but I cannot wait to meet you all. If you have any questions or concerns about this school year, please call the main office or email me. Both the school phone number and my email address can be found on our school website. Enjoy the remainder of the summer, and I can't wait to see you all. Stay safe.
Hi guys, my name is Letitia from the class of 2020. 4 years ago, I was in the same position that you guys were, very nervous, yet very excited to start this new chapter in your life, and back then my life. 4 years flew by like a blink of an eye. I know that you will hear many teachers say that, many principals, many guidance counselors say that to you guys, but I promise that it will fly by, so enjoy every second. Know that all your teachers, all your administrators, all the staff members at Woodbridge High School will be there to help you along your way. And if you guys ever need anything, ever have any issues, they will always be there to help you and guide you. And I know that you guys are going to flourish and do amazing things at this school because this school is one of a kind. I loved it, and I know you guys will love it as well. And hopefully maybe one day you will be going to post-university like me, and you guys will love it just as much as I hopefully will. Yes, congratulations, class of 2024. You guys will do amazing, and here's our next guest speaker, our very own Vice Principal, Ms. Panko. Congratulations, guys, and good luck.
Welcome, newest Barons. My name is Mrs. Panko. I'm one of your Vice Principals. I deal primarily with student contact for students with the last names A through L. In addition, I am the World Language Department Head, the department head of our special areas, which includes band, choir, theater arts, the entire art department, as well as family and consumer sciences. Lastly, I also oversee our special ed department, our special programs there. I wanted to take a minute today just to go over a few topics with you. The first one being lockers. You will be assigned a locker this year. Each locker has an individual lock that is removable that's placed on the locker. This lock needs to stay on your locker the entire year. If for some reason at the end of our 2021 school year, you either have a different lock or no lock at all on your locker, you will be assessed a $10 fine. Another part of having a locker and the responsibility of having a locker is that you make sure that only your belongings are in that locker. Do not share lockers with a friend. Do not give anyone else your combination. Secondly, schedules. If you are coming into school, you will get a printout of your schedule on the first day that you're here. On that schedule, you will see your name. You will also see a column that indicates semester. Okay, the semester will either say semester 1 or semester 2. We start with semester 1 in the fall. It may also have an indication of FY for full year, or you will have something that says Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. Those are quarterly classes. We begin the school year with quarter 1. Okay, so you'll have semester 1, another column that indicates the block 1 through 4. Okay, if you have a full year class, you will also have blocks 1 through 4, but you may have a day that indicates A or B. And then lastly, if you have a quarterly class, we start with quarter 1, and again, you would follow blocks 1 through 4. There will be another column that indicates the course itself, as well as a column with the teacher that's assigned to that course. If you are a virtual student and you will not be in person with us, you'll be able to access your schedule via the Genesis Parent Portal. Your parents will be able to look up your schedule. It'll look fairly similar to what everyone's getting printed out the first day of school. And in that Genesis Parent Portal, you'll be able to see the teachers that are assigned to those classes. You'll be able to reach out to them for the Google Classroom codes for your courses. Next, device usage. All of you will receive a Chromebook at some point during the school year. Your brand new Chromebooks will be coming in either October or November. Right now, you still have your hands on your iPads from 8th grade. You're going to use those iPads for all of your courses right now. All of your Google Classroom codes, everything will be able to sync to your iPads. You'll use them until the brand new Chromebooks get swapped out at some point. If you were not a Woodbridge Township School District student this past year and you don't have a iPad or any type of a device, we will be able to get one in your hands. Another part of device usage is what our device policy is in the building. If you are with us in the building, we have a device policy where headphones and cell phones are not allowed to be out in the hallway between blocks. Our device policy starts when you walk into your first block class. So once you walk into your first block class, those headphones, those cell phones go away, and you have to abide by your individual teacher's policy. If the teacher feels that you are abusing the use of your cell phone or headphones, they will send them down to the office, and then we will contact your parents to get them back. Lastly, extracurricular activities. We have so many great sports and clubs to offer here at Woodbridge High School. I know that you will certainly find your niche and find something that interests you. This is a year unlike most for many different reasons. However, we are still going to be offering extracurricular activities for you, even if they are, in person or virtual. So continue to look at the Woodbridge High School website. There will be a tab for extracurricular activities, and there'll be contact information for who you can contact, which teachers, which Google Classroom codes to get involved in those courses, in those activities. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see and meet all of you.
What's up, everybody? My name is Dan. I'm from the class of 2020. 4 years ago today, I was in your shoes, totally intimidated by my surroundings. But really don't worry, because you're going to meet a ton of new great educators. You're going to make so many new friends. So take these next 4 years to find out what you're really passionate about. And who knows, maybe in the next 4 years, you'll end up at Pace University like me, right in New York City. I wish all of you guys the best of luck. Really enjoy these next 4 years. It's going to be one of the greatest 4 years of your life. And now I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Perry.
Welcome to the class of 2024. My name is Mr. Perry. I'm one of the two vice principals here at Woodbridge High School, and I am the primary administrator for all students whose last names begin with the letters M through Z. I would like to briefly discuss with you our attendance policy as well as our daily bell schedule. When we are on a regular schedule, the school day begins at 7:40 with the welcoming bell. At this point, students can move to their lockers and then report to their Block 1 class. Block 1 begins at 7:50. Any students who arrive into the building after 7:50 will be marked late, and excessive tardiness to a particular class may result in academic or disciplinary consequences. Students will receive warnings on their second and fourth late. Beginning with a sixth late to a particular class, students will receive disciplinary consequences. You can see the specific disciplinary guidelines on the PowerPoint that is on our school webpage for the freshman orientation. The school day continues on with 85-minute blocks, with the exception of Block 3. During Block 3, there is an extra half hour built in to allow our staff and students to eat lunch, and the school day concludes at 2:30. In addition to our tardy policy, we also have our absentee policy, which states, according to the state of New Jersey, that there are only 5 excused absences: take your child to work day, religious observations, college visits up to 3 per year for our junior and senior students only, observation of Veterans Day, and the closing of a student's busing district. All other absences will be considered unexcused. However, it is important that children do not report to school if they are not feeling well. When students are not feeling well, they should still bring in a doctor's note, and those doctor's notes will be taken into consideration in the event that a student has excessive absences and loses credit in a particular class. I'm very much looking forward to welcoming all of you into the halls of Woodbridge High School. I hope that you enjoy what is left of the summer, and go Barons.
Hi, my name is Kayla and I'm from the class of 2018. 6 years ago, I was in exactly your shoes. I was scared, I was intimidated, and most of all, I was worried. But there's no reason to have any of those feelings. You never know. The person next to you, the person in any of your classes, the person you may share a locker with, they might become one of your bestest friends. The one advice I give to everyone is to literally join clubs, to join activities, and to basically ask as many questions as you want. And to be quite honest, I think I asked so many questions to this specific person that he literally always answered, and I'm pretty sure he was just so used to me being in his office a lot of the time because of my ridiculous questions. But remember, no question at all is ridiculous. So that being said, here's our next speaker, my former guidance counselor and the guidance counselor department supervisor, Mr. Kane.
Hi, I'm Mr. Kane. I'm the Guidance Department Supervisor of Woodbridge High School, and I am also the counselor for students whose last names begin with the letter A. Welcome to Woodbridge High School class of 2024. Unfortunately, this year we could not meet in person, but we will do it remotely and give out the same information that we would have given out should we have been in person for this night. I'd like to introduce the counselors for our wonderful department. As I mentioned before, my name is Mr. Kane and I have the letter A. Miss Williams has the letters B through H for the 9th graders. Miss Rich has the letters I through MC. Miss Moyer has ME through R. Miss Ferrara has the letters S through Z. And then we have 2 additional counselors. We have our MPAC counselor, Miss Royce, and then we have our student assistance counselor, Miss Joa. Every year in high school, students have to take a certain amount of what we call credits. Most classes are 5 credits, some are 2.5 credits. What I'm going to go over with you right now are the graduation requirements for Woodbridge Township Schools and for the state of New Jersey. Everyone must complete 125 credits to graduate. However, you take 40 credits per year, so that means you can obtain 160 credits. Now, of those 125 credits, it has to be in certain courses, and you have to meet certain standards in order to get your diploma. So for English, you'll have to take English every year, English 9, 10, 11, and 12. For math, the state of New Jersey requires 3 years that must include Algebra 1 or Geometry, and then another class that builds upon it. If you've already completed Algebra 1 at the 8th grade level, you would take Geometry and then 2 additional maths. Although the state only requires 3 years of math, we highly recommend you take 4 years of math. Science, same situation. You need 3 years, but as a school district, we highly recommend you take 4 years of science. You must have biology be one of those sciences. For world language, state of New Jersey only requires 1 year of a foreign language. However, most 4-year competitive colleges require a minimum of 2 years, maybe even 3 years, of the same foreign language. For social studies, you must take World History, U.S. History 1, and U.S. History 2. You can certainly take more electives in social studies, so we do recommend that you take more than those 3. You must take gym and health every year that you enrolled in a public high school in the state of New Jersey. You must take 1 visual and performing art for 5 credits. You must take 1 class called 21st Century Career Life and Careers, also known as a practical art, for 5 credits. All students have to take 2.5 credits in financial literacy, economics, or entrepreneurship. And then the rest of your classes can be whatever electives you wish to get it up at least to that 125 credits. You always take 40 credits in grades 9, 10, and 11. When you get to grade 12, you can take what's called senior leave or senior activity, where you go through blocks 1 through 3, and then you can leave a little early at the end of the day. However, again, we strongly recommend that you take 40 credits per year. As far as a testing graduation requirement, as of right now, you must pass what's called the NJSLA in an English part and in a math component. And then you also, if you don't pass that, you could use a PSAT score, an SAT score, another standardized assessment to meet that graduation requirement. It can change, but as of right now, that's what it is. If you ever have any questions, please reach out to your guidance counselor. We are here to help and assist you, and welcome to Woodbridge High School. Thank you.
Welcome, class of 2024. My name is Trinity, and I'm a graduating senior from the class of 2020. 4 years ago, I was in the same position as you guys. I was feeling a range of different emotions. I was excited, but I was also nervous and intimidated. But I want to let you guys know that there is nothing to be scared of. Woodbridge High School is really a tight-knit family, and they will make your transition as smooth as possible, even though Corona changed how things are a little bit. Go out there and really enjoy these 4 years, because you only have them once, and they really do go by really fast. I know you probably heard that 1,000 times, and it probably sounds cliche, but I'm telling you guys, it really is true. So go out there and join the clubs and extracurriculars that you want to. I was part of Freshman Mentors, National Honor Society, Heroes and Cool Kids, Varsity Track and Field, and Varsity Cross Country. And through being part of extracurriculars and clubs, that's where I made lifelong friends and lifelong memories. Now, I'm wishing you guys the best, and I want to introduce you to Mr. Ward, our amazing athletic director.
Welcome, Woodbridge High School, class of 2024. I'm your athletic director, Mr. Ward, and I oversee the physical education, health, and athletic programs here at Woodbridge High School. During the 4 years you are here at Woodbridge High School, you will take physical education each year, and 25% of that time will be spent in health. As I said, I also oversee the athletic programs. And here at Woodbridge High School, we've got a proud winning tradition of sports that I hope each and every one of you will consider being a part of. We have what I consider the best facilities in the state of New Jersey, and we have amazing, dedicated coaches. To be a part of the athletic program, you must have a completed sports physical. That and other information can be found on our school website under athletics. There is also information that parents and students must review under the parent portal. That information must be signed off on before you're able to participate on our sports teams. I'd also like to invite you to follow me on Twitter @BarronSports, where I will post a lot of information about our wonderful sports teams. So once again, welcome to Woodbridge High School. I hope you have an amazing 4 years, and go Barons!
Hi, my name's Jenna. I just graduated from Woodbridge High School in class of 2020. 4 years ago, I was an incoming freshman, and I was very nervous because there was going to be a lot of unfamiliar faces, new people, a new school, and new teachers. Overall, Woodbridge High School was an unforgettable experience. I made unforgettable memories, and I made many friends that will last a lifetime. As long as the teachers I met and the administration here is all amazing. So the next next speaker is Miss Bechtold. She does freshman mentors and she's also a cheer coach.
Hello, class of 2024, and welcome to Woodbridge High School. My name is Mrs. Bechtold. I am a social studies teacher at Woodbridge High School, and I am also the co-advisor of the Freshman Mentor Program. I just want to take a minute to kind of explain to you what Freshman Mentors is all about. So this is a club that we have at school. This year we had over 110 applicants for Freshman Mentors. And we weren't able to take that many, but it was very difficult to decide who we could take. But we were able to accept a large amount. And I just want to give you a little bit of background about these students. First of all, they have excellent grades. That's one of the criteria to become part of the Freshman Mentor Program. They are involved in numerous sports and activities throughout the school. They have excellent attendance. And they are very involved with school culture overall, which is why they become part of the Freshman Mentor Program. Now, what the Freshman Mentors do, or what their obligation is to make incoming students feel welcome, okay? Not just freshmen, but also students who may transfer. So they're basically there to answer any questions you might have about the school. They help out with freshman orientation. They help with open house when we have those throughout the year. And they also assist with tutoring. So they will help out with homework club, and sometimes they will be one-on-one tutors. So the faces that you see in this video explaining all of these things to you are the freshman mentors. So I would just like you to keep them in mind, throughout the school year. If you have any questions, any concerns, and you see them in the hallway, don't be afraid to ask them. That's what they're there for. They're there to help you in any way that they can. And I also wanted to give the students who are going with 100% digital learning an opportunity to have contact with the freshman mentors as well. So I have set up a Google Classroom for incoming freshmen who will be digital learning starting in September. If you would like to join and that applies to you, the code for the Google Classroom is lowercase f 7 lowercase g 4 5 lowercase w 2. So if you will be participating in digital learning starting in September, I encourage you to join the Google Classroom because we'll have the freshman mentors posting things related to school that you might be interested in, any kind of information about clubs, activities, sporting events, and things of that nature. Looking forward to meeting all of you and looking forward to a great 4 years as a Baron.
Hi everyone, my name is Megan Pilla and I'm going to be a junior this coming fall. The transition from middle school to high school can be very intimidating. I have been there myself and so have many others. I came from a very small school and I was extremely nervous for my freshman year of high school. Clubs are an easy way to get involved and make new friends. Some of the clubs I'm involved in are junior class officers, freshman mentors, and drama club. I also participate in the spring musical, which is a huge commitment that involves a group of people that share the same interests and passions. It's actually quite easy to make friends through clubs because you already have something in common, which is your interest in the club. I have met some of my closest friends through after-school activities. There are lots of clubs that we offer here at Woodbridge High School. The list ranges from ecology club to art club to dance club and so many more. For a detailed list of the clubs that we offer here at Woodbridge High School, visit the Woodbridge Township School District website, select Woodbridge High School, and search clubs. We hope to see you in the fall. Bye!
Hello everybody, my name is Ryan Kalin. I'm a junior at Woodbridge High School. I play for the Woodbridge High varsity soccer team, and I'm also in choir, the spring musical, and drama club. I know Megan and Lauren are going to be talking about other clubs and getting involved, so I'm going to be talking about sports. The fall sports are football, boys and girls soccer, boys and girls cross country, girls tennis, girls volleyball, and cheerleading. The winter sports are wrestling, boys and girls basketball, boys and girls bowling, co-ed swimming, boys and girls indoor track, ice hockey, and competition cheer. And the spring sports are baseball, softball, girls tennis, girls volleyball, golf, and boys and girls outdoor track. As far as preseason workouts and practices, listen for announcements over the loudspeaker and also follow WHS Barron Pride on Instagram. There you can find just posts about the school in general and also announcements of important information you might need to know. As you guys know now, if you're playing a fall sport, you're doing them right now, but the workouts for fall sports usually start at the end of June and run until whenever the tryout date is. The workouts for other sports are just other times throughout the year, so be sure to listen for that over announcements. The tryouts, some teams such as track don't require an actual tryout, but you just have to work in order to be able to participate in an event in the meets, and that's a couple other sports as well. But most sports have a 2 or 3 day tryout process. As for the season lengths and playoffs, the season lengths we're not sure this year because of the restrictions and the shortened seasons. That's what we know right now. But playoffs, there's the GMC, which is the county tournament, as well as the state tournament, which you need to qualify for varsity teams. When you're an athlete at Woodbridge High, you have to make sure you're carrying yourself in a way that you would be proud of, that your coaches, teammates, and that your school would be proud of, because you're representing your school as an athlete. You also have to stay on top of your schoolwork. No matter how many sports you play or how good of an athlete you are, you have to make sure that you're keeping your grades up, that you're working hard in class, and on and off the field in general. It looks good to colleges that you have good grades and that you're a good player, and also looks good to your coaches. And they see that you're working really hard in your studies as well as on the field. As for start dates and end dates and tryouts, we're not exactly sure yet. Fall sports, so far I've heard that the tryouts are starting about mid-September and the seasons are starting at the beginning of October, but we're not sure yet. It's all changing with the time, so just be on the lookout for announcements talking about that. But other than that, that's pretty much it in terms of sports. You can go to the Woodbridge Township School District's website, go to Woodbridge High, search athletics, and more information is posted there sometimes throughout the year if you're looking for it. But thank you guys, and I hope you have an amazing freshman year.
Hi, my name is Marissa Mata, and I'm here to talk about your Chromebook. You have to make sure that you're very responsible with your Chromebook, making sure that you're charging it every day and bringing it to school, because you'll most likely use it in every class. You have to make sure that you're not on any websites that you're not supposed to be on, and making sure you're not cyberbullying anyone through the computers. You have to be very careful with your Chromebook, because if you damage or lose it, there will be a fine. The first fine will be $50, but if it happens again, it will be $255. If you break or lose the power cord, it will be $50. You have a 30-day span that you have to pay the money, and if you don't, you will be suspended from student activities. You have to take care of your Chromebook like you're taking care of a new phone with no case.
Hi guys, my name's Nicole and I'm here to talk to you guys about Go Guardian, proper internet use, and being respectful on social media. So first of all, the Chromebooks that we get, they're not ours to keep like forever. We're just using it during the time that we're in high school. And during those 4 years, it is being managed by the district, so they could see everything that you look up. So just don't look up anything inappropriate, because you're going to get in trouble for it, and we don't want that, obviously. Use your computer strictly for schoolwork, and you could use your personal computer at home for whatever you want to use it for. Next is Go Guardian. Go Guardian is just an app that teachers have on our Chromebooks to see what we're doing during class. So if you're in class and you're watching YouTube videos or online shopping while they're teaching, you're going to get in trouble for that, and also they have the ability to exit out the tab for you. So, just use your Chromebook when you're allowed to. If you need it for schoolwork, you use it for them, but unless they tell you that you could use it for other things, don't. Lastly is being respectful on social media. Don't be disrespectful. Don't post anything you wouldn't want posted of yourself. Don't post anything that you wouldn't want your parent or guardian seeing. And overall, just don't bully. Be a good person, and you're going to have a great year. Don't be scared at all.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm a freshman mentor. I'm here to talk to you about social media. I know mostly all of you have social media, and if not, hopefully your parents do. We have 3 social medias: YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. On each one, we all post events and new things going on in the school. Especially on Instagram, there's always updates, photos of anything going on. Twitter, you could always find tweets, any little updates. And on YouTube, Mr. Nowicki runs a class and they edit and make videos. Vlogs, it could be field trips, sporting events, especially the football games. It's all fun. And if you don't have social media, we have a website, woodbridge.k12.nj.us, where it's also all events and anything you really need to know about the school, the teacher names, their emails, basically anything.
Hello, I'm Stephen Deramola, a senior at Woodbridge High. I'm here to tell you about our cell phone and earbud policy. So, once the 7:50 a.m. bell rings, you have to take out your headphones and you can no longer use your phones in class unless the teacher allows you to use your headphones or your phone in class. Once the 2:30 p.m. bell rings, you can use your phones as much as you want. Thank you and have a great day.
Hi, my name is Hiba and I'm a freshman mentor, and I'm here to talk to you guys today about the consequences of using your phone. Now, I know all of us like to use our phones and we pretty much use it daily, but in school there are rules. You can use your phone during lunch or whenever a teacher allows it in the classroom, but other than those exceptions, it shouldn't be seen or used, especially out in the hallway, and that goes for your headphones as well. The first time, it's a warning. The second time, you can give it to the teacher, where they will take it to the main office for a parent or guardian to pick it up, or you can get a write-up. A write-up could include detention or in-school suspension. As long as you follow these rules, you guys will be fine, and I hope you all enjoy your freshman year.
How to report bullying. If you or anyone you know is being bullied, you can report it to any staff member in the school. After the staff member has been informed about an alleged bullying situation, he or she has 2 days to write a report, including any evidence that proves bullying has occurred. That report will be sent to the principal, who will look it over and contact parents of any students involved in the situation. If bullying did occur and has been proven, the principal will immediately act on the school district's policy concerning school bullying. After that, any disciplinary action and consequences will be taken place.
What's good? My name is Nana and I'll be talking about bullying. Bullying is one-sided where one or more students are a victim to one or more persons' aggression. Bullying is intended to physically or emotionally hurt the victim. There are 4 types of bullying: verbal, psychological, physical, and cyberbullying. Verbal is taunting, name-calling, malicious teasing, or making threats. Psychological is spreading rumors, excluding kids from activities, and breaking up friendships. Physical is hitting, shoving, spitting, or taking somebody's belongings. And cyberbullying is using the internet, your phone, and technology to harm others. The effects of these bullying behaviors on students are serious psychological and behavioral effects such as low self-esteem, anxiety, depression, suicide, violence, and criminal behavior. Some physical problems are headaches, dizziness, stomach aches, and it can drop your grades. These are all effects of bullying.
Hey, my name is Genesis and I'm going to be talking about bullying. Bullying is a life-changing action to many people. It is a form of verbal or physical humiliation done to harm or belittle a person. There are many types of bullying, such as verbal bullying, which is humiliating and hurting someone's feelings through words. Physical bullying is fighting or physically harming a person. An important form of bullying that is even more used is cyberbullying, which is using technology or social media to harass a person. This form of bullying isn't as recognized, but it is still equally as hurtful. Never let any type of bullying go unnoticed, and always use your voice and stand up for those around you.
Hi, my name is Yasmin. I'm going to be telling you the consequences of bullying. Consequences and remedial measures for bullies depend on the type and degree of bullying, as well as factors of how the bully is and if they have a record of bad behavior. The consequences are designed to help correct the problematic behavior, prevent it from happening again, and to help and support the victim. The bully may receive a suspension of varying lengths or expulsion. Other consequences could include removal from the classroom, detention, and deprivation of privileges, among others. An example of remedial measures are mediation, peer support group, student therapy, schedule modification, more constant supervision, targeted use of monitors, and etc. Classified students are subject to the same sort of disciplinary procedures as non-disabled students, so long as their behavior is in an exact correlation with their educational disability and the program provided meets their needs. The discipline action also extends to staff members.
Hi, My name is Colleen, and I'm going to be talking about how the guidance counselors can help you and how you can find them. First off, anytime you want to talk to a counselor, just ask your teacher or a faculty member and they will send you to any Woodbridge High School counselors such as Mr. Kane, Miss Rich, Miss Joe, and Miss Joyce. Any of them can help you with whatever you need, such as you need to talk about something that bothers you, if you're having issues with other students, you're getting bullied, you want to talk about scheduling, and just to help comfort you, or if you're having a rough day. They will always talk to you, so don't be shy or scared. They'll help you in whatever way you need. Second off, if you're getting bullied or having issues with other students, go to your guidance counselor at any of them, and they will help you by reaching out to Mr. Perry, Mr. Lotman, Mrs. Panko, and they will help address the situation the best way they can and help you get the issue resolved and bring who is causing you pain or trouble in to give them a consequence varying on the situation. Third of all, I'm going to talk about specifically what Ms. Joa does. She is a regular counselor, but she's also a SAC counselor. She specializes in more outside of school life, whether it's rough at home or if you need more hands-on talking. She's in a sense more of a therapist. Ms. Joa is not located in the guidance counselor's office. She's on the second floor by our ACE room. However, she still does the same things as our guidance counselors in the guidance office does too. All of our counselors at our school are great, and they will always do their best to help you succeed. Don't be shy. Go to their offices, and they'll help make your high school experience better.
Appropriate dress code at Woodbridge High School includes attire that is safe, not revealing, and not disruptive. Unsafe attire includes no shoes, socks only, slippers, and etc. Attire cannot display any references to illegal substances, drugs, alcohol, etc. Disruptive attire includes clothing considered undergarments, exposing excessive midriff, upper torso, etc., halter tops, low-cut pants/skirts. Shorts and skirts must be fingertip length when arms are hung naturally by your side. Pajamas are not allowed. All shoes must have a back on your heel, which means slides, flip-flops, and slippers are not allowed. If you violate any part of the dress code, there will be consequences. You will be sent down to guidance to get a change of clothes. A parent/guardian will be contacted. In some cases, you may be sent home to change. If the issue becomes excessive, administration will get involved and the consequences will become more severe. Be smart and dress appropriately, and there will be no problems at all.
So when we get back to school, we're not going to have any lockers, and that's mostly just to keep us safe and make sure everything's staying as clean as possible. Instead, you're going to have to carry your books throughout the day. But if and when we do get lockers, yours are most likely going to be located in the A wing, which is what everyone calls the freshman wing. Make sure you remember your locker combination, and easy ways to do this is to write it down on a piece of paper or take a picture of it and write it down in your phone. And make sure you don't put your phone or this piece of paper in your locker so that you can have it when you need to unlock it. When you get your locker combination, make sure you don't share it with anybody because you never know what's going to happen between you and that person, and you don't want them putting anything in your locker that would get you in trouble. And going along with this, you want to keep your locker locked at all times because you don't want someone to go into your locker and put something in there that you don't want in there, and you also don't want someone to take something out because if the school finds something in your locker, you are going to be responsible for it no matter who put it in there. And if someone takes something from your locker, the school has no way of knowing who did it. And lastly, just make sure you don't keep any drugs in your locker. I know this is really self-explanatory, but just make sure you're making smart decisions and don't put anything in your locker that you don't want anyone else to see.
So, because of COVID, there are new protocols for schools to be open, social distancing being one of them. While social distancing can't be enforced in all places in the school, it is highly encouraged. All students should be conscious and respect the people around them. Staying 6 feet apart can help ensure that everyone stays safe and healthy and keep the schools open. Just like how masks are required to go anywhere inside in New Jersey, masks are being required for schools. They are required all day long, no exceptions. If students don't wear their masks, there will be consequences. Consequences can include ACS, detention, and possible suspension if a student does not comply with teachers or administrators. While wearing a mask all day in school may seem frustrating and difficult, it is the only way being in school will work during this hard time.
Once again, to the class of 2024, we welcome you home to Woodbridge High School. Can't wait to get this year started. If there's any questions or concerns, please call the main office or email me, and we'll be quick to work together. Have a good day.
It's